Okay, so we are recording whenever you want to start the meeting.
I'm sorry, I didn't get. I'd like to open the automotive glassworks and flag craft meeting.
You have to hold your phone up when you're talking.
All right, can you hear me now?
I hear you.
How's that?
That's better.
Better.
How about now?
Yep, we hear you kind of.
Okay, I had my volume up on my computer to 100 because I know you couldn't hear me. So is this better?
That is much
Great,
better.
yep, I think we got it, yep.
Okay. Should I open the meeting again, or are we open?
I think we're open. I think we're good.
Okay. Can anybody see me?
Ed, if you put your phone on speaker and just send it down, you might be better off.
Okay. How about that?
Sounds good. Be talking.
Perfect for me.
Good morning. So let's get started here. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes of the previous meeting? Has anybody read them?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Any comments or concerns of any person present today? I heard we had someone from Bayflight.
Right, so just so that you know, the board members, I can run the controls, but what the board members need to do is click under where it says participants, and you should get on the side a list where it says panelists and attendees. Attendees of the public can come in, but they can only speak when you as the board allow them to speak. So
Karen, what? Karen?
yes.
We're not going to do that.
Have Liz, make Liz a panelist, and then you can unmute her, and then, it's only one extra person. You might as well make her a panelist.
Okay. Right.
Who's Howard Osden?
Howard Osden is a DCP staff member, so we'll leave him there. He's just watching.
Okay.
And then again, I have a number 860-978-9218.
Oh, that's Jessica.
That's Jessica, okay, and that's Ed. So if somebody comes in as an attendee, they will need to raise, it's something that the board has to keep an eye on. They will see a little hand being raised saying I want to speak. So that's just so that you know.
Right, but they don't have video, so.
Okay, let me ask this. Is Pamela Brown still available to us?
Right. I think she's there. Did she? Richard. Oh.
Well, you need to go back to any comments or concerns from persons present today and unmute Liz in case she wants to say something.
Okay, I apologize. Is she connected with us now?
So back to Pam. Pam is here.
I got kicked out and then I had to log off and log back in.
Sorry. Okay.
So
So
I don't know what happened there.
and Liz Connolly is with us. So if you guys would like her to speak, you can.
Okay, let's go back like Richard said. We'll go to Liz. Has she got any comment or concern today?
Hi, I have no comment. I'm just here listening, so don't worry. I won't be saying anything. Just listening in.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
feel
you,
free to
Liz.
speak up.
Pamela.
Yes, I just had to I have two webinars going at one time because the other one started at 9:30, so I apologize.
Good morning. Can you see me? No. Okay.
Yes, I can see.
Oh, okay, great. Could you go over the report you gave us for this meeting?
Sure, let me just get this document open. So as you can see from the spreadsheet, this is our quarterly report. And it shows the cases that were closed since the last meeting. And it looks like about 6 cases. The report runs from January 1st, 2020 to 5/31/20. I'm just going to try to enlarge this just because it's really hard to see on my end here.
Okay, on number 1 complaint about Gilbane acting as the contractor. Were they acting as an FG1 contractor doing glasswork?
Oh, let me just read this. This was a site inspection.
I have responded was a general contractor, not the contractor that had engaged. One
Yes.
case reported as a duplicate case. Was this a reoccurring habit of this guy?
No, this is a duplicate entry.
Okay.
This is a duplicate case that was entered. But the resolution notes is that the respondent was a general contractor, not the contractor engaged. So. The next one down, let's see. Do you want me to go line by line? I mean, they're pretty.
Yeah, there's only a couple there. We can get rid of them real quick.
Okay, because I don't have a lot of time, because like I said, my 9:30 just started. I thought we were going to be at the top of the hour.
All right, hold on a second, Pam. To the board, are there any questions on the rest of these for Pamela? We can let her go if there are none.
I'm all set.
Jennifer,
I'm also.
Frank, Carl?
Can we review, are we allowed to review these cases that were now that they're closed? Can we see the?
They're all closed. It just basically tells you how we resolve the closed cases. Now, these are just cases that are closed, not the cases that we refer to legal. So they were investigated. They either received a fine, which is under column O if it was appropriate, or the case was under column N, say closed resolved. So you would look at column M as in Mary and Nancy. So the M on the first line said it was a site inspection and what the resolution was. The next one down is an assurance of voluntary compliance was issued. So they had to sign an agreement to settle out the case. They paid $2,500 fine. The other one was a consumer complaint down below that one. It was a civil matter. It's a dispute between contractor and homeowner and their credit cards. They're fighting it out through their credit card. Actually, the contractor received a charge back. Actually, the credit card withdrew the money because it was defective work, but there's still back and forth going on with them civilly. So we step out of that. We didn't find a violation. So that's basically how this report reads.
Thank you, Pamela.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any further questions or?
No, I think we're all set. Have a
Thank you.
great day.
You too.
Okay, under old business. Bill raised $250. The board voted we were in favor of this bill. I guess it didn't get anywhere.
Is Jessica on to speak or no? Can we get her to speak so we can hear? She may have something to add on that.
Jessica?
I don't think we can hear her. Hold on. Hers is the phone number ending 2918.
Good morning. I don't have anything to add on 250. Everything basically died when Corona started. Session ended. They're going into special legislative session next week, but the only things to be discussed are going to be some COVID-related budget items, police reform, and absentee ballots, and that's all I have.
Any questions for Jessica?
No. So then I would,
I'm trying to get John on the phone right now. I'm texting him the number and ID, so hopefully he'll be on. I don't know if he has anything to add on the auto glass. I never heard back from Deb Levy on that. I see in the notes that there was some content that was reviewed by AGGR and PSI, so I'm going to try to get John on the phone.
Thank you, Jessica.
so we'll
You're welcome.
keep that until we see if we can get John on. Ed,
Yes, I'm sorry.
do you want to skip that auto part until we get to Silly, see if John can pull in?
Sure. Is he on there now?
Not yet, she's,
Yeah, John's on. I think he just needs to be unmuted maybe from your end, Karen.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, John.
hi, John.
Good morning, John.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
That was interesting.
Sure
Yes,
is.
so, hello. Let me take a look. Give me a
John, we
second.
were asking about the act concerning auto glass emergency temporary technicians. Have you discussed that with O'Brien or anybody?
I have not discussed it with anybody. I know that Jim Amon was working on it because I was against it. So and a number of other people were against it, about 4 or 5 other glass companies. So we employed him, and because of COVID, we really haven't heard anything. It was kind of stuck.
Okay.
I don't know if there's an update, but the last I looked, it was just came out of committee, and that was the end of it. I haven't really heard anything from him.
I believe everything is sitting in limbo right now.
Yeah, Liz Connolly is on.
I'm on. Leslie O'Brien is on.
Hi, Leslie.
Okay, any questions? Well, John, Jim Amon, you said Jim Amon is taking care of or looking into it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. He's a capable guy, so I'm sure we'll get some answers when it does happen, if not.
So as of right now, the both of those bills are dead. Is that my understanding? Because of
Well, I don't know if they're officially dead. What I can do is I will find out. I'm actually texting him now, and I can submit something for the next meeting. But I mean, I've been in touch with him. I haven't talked to him probably in about a month, but every time we talked, it was the same thing. I know there was a few letters that went out to some legislators from not only myself, but they were copied, from the board. I know that AGRES submitted, or I don't know if they submitted a letter, but they put something in the trade magazine saying that, Connecticut does a really good job and they don't feel that, it should be superseded. So we forwarded that on, and then there was 4 or 5 other glass companies in the area that don't agree with, right now, well, perfect example, when COVID first hit, people from other states could have came in and done auto glass. First of all, we have enough people in this state to handle any glass needs. And second of all, why would we, why would we just let people, just open the doors and let people from other states come in here without a license when we have licenses? So I know there was a handful of other glass companies that also were in on this and submitted it. And
John,
that's it.
You're not on video, but Leslie O'Brien just popped in on video. I think she has something to say. She was raising her hand, but you couldn't see.
Okay.
Leslie, can you?
So everything is, the session ended, so the bills are dead. Everything's dead. So that's, there is no, the session has already adjourned. It adjourned in May officially. So any bill from last session is now dead. So nothing will happen unless someone chose to resurrect any of these bills during a special session, which is not at all what is intended to. The special session that they plan for next week will be very narrow, and it will involve voting, police accountability, and perhaps a couple of other issues around healthcare, and that's it.
Right.
So
wait, next session, we'll reconvene on that.
well, next session, they'll have to, again, have the general law committee raise bills.
Yep.
Go through the process all over again.
Okay.
So the key word is limbo. They're going to be in limbo for a while.
Keyword is dead.
Right.
Limbo is better than dead.
And
Thank
for
you.
the record, I mean, if they wanted to do something like this next time, the board is absolutely willing to work with them. We were kind of blindsided with this whole thing. It was never brought up, and I did reach out to the, I guess, Safe Light, and I was told that, they were going to, and I offered, I said, look, if you'd like to work with us, I never got an answer back. So, in the future, if they want to, we can, we'd love to sit down with them.
So we're talking about that bill that was 5294. That's the bill we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so they reached out to us, and we told them to reach out to you. We told them that we weren't, taking a position on this, but they needed but they needed to talk and work with your board. And so that was what we told them. I was under the impression that they had worked with somebody from your board, but if not, then that's news to me. I didn't know that, but we were asked by the General Law Committee after that if we had any concerns with the language they drafted, and they had drafted language that was that would not have worked logistically for our agency when it comes to licensing. So we gave comments to them, to the General Law Committee, that is, about what was unworkable with that draft. Having said that, we consistently told the proponents and that they needed to work with the board.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I mean, I did reach out after a meeting, and actually they reached out to me, and I kind of, mirrored what you said. We were blindsided by it, but we'd like to work with you. And the comment was, okay, I'll get back to you, and I haven't heard anything back, so.
Probably because the session sort of, abruptly stopped and everything at that. And at that point, it just, for the first week to 2 weeks when people were, home and the Capitol was shut down, it appeared as if, they may actually go back in at some point. And then it became clear that that was never happening. And at that point, all discussions about bills that were pending during that last session, all those discussions just stopped. So I'm sure that's what happened.
All right.
Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.
Moving on. Continue discussion concerning replacement references for the AG1 and AG2, which is your license, John. We'll keep an eye on that. You can get a hold of Jim Amon if you can. To find out what he's heard across the board, I guess. PSI exam review, May 20th and 21st, has been continued to
It's going to be on
September.
It's going to be on another.
Yeah,
now.
You have the dates in front of you, Jen?
I'm looking right now. We got an email yesterday about it. I'm just checking.
2nd and 3rd of September.
Yes. Yep.
Yep. September 2nd and 3rd via Zoom.
The
Yep.
second is FG1, I believe, and the third is AG. Correct? I don't have it in front of me.
No. Oh, yeah, you're right. They are doing. Oh, I didn't know they were doing an auto glass one. Okay.
John, were you aware of that?
What's that? Sorry?
Did you get an email yesterday? You should have got an email yesterday from PSI about the exam questions. September 2nd is for flat glass and September 3rd is for auto glass.
Yep.
I did not get it. I'll look.
Well, check your emails. If not,
It
we'll
came
get
from
off.
PSI?
Yeah, Linda
Yeah.
knew.
Okay.
Ed? This is
Yes.
Rich. Yeah, so we're gonna have the examination review. They're gonna set up a webinar. And obviously, whoever the department picks for subject matter experts are gonna be part of that, which we already have made a list, and that's who got these notices. And
I'm sorry. Okay.
The reason for review in AG1 and AG2 is because we need to take a look at those questions at some point to see if any of the questions need to be either removed or adjusted for wording because of the pass-fail rate for that specific question, you know?
Right.
So,
Uh-huh.
you know, it just needs a general review. And the persons doing the black class review the day before, it might spill over into the next day, which will be fine.
Okay.
So PSI can download the questions for the auto glass and tell us, you know, what the percentage of pass-fail rate is for each question and what people are normally picking. And maybe, you know, we may have to make some adjustments to make it a fairer exam if need be. So that's the reason why they're also listed.
Okay.
Thank you for the explanation, Richard. I appreciate that.
I believe John might have been looking for a few extra references or something like this, so they thought maybe at that point we can dovetail any new references we find or update information on AG1 and AG2.
Okay. So that's going to be a webinar, Richard? They didn't think of having it at the hotel like they thought in the beginning?
Well, we were going to, but the problem is the developers that fly in come from states that have a high COVID rate. So, and the way things are going, it's too risky to know whether or not anybody's going to be any place, you know. So.
Okay. So maybe we'll get my computer ready for that meeting.
Yeah, at some point, Linda Newman, the test developer that's going to be holding the webinar, she's going to send you information on how to log in. They use a different system, so that'll be interesting. Big learning curve.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, I think she sent it yesterday.
Thank you, Richard. Any new business? Any correspondence?
No, there's not.
I'm sorry?
I said, no, there's not that I know of, no.
Okay, now, the meeting schedule, we changed all that, I'm sure. Karen, do you have a new schedule? Richard, do you have a new schedule for us? Are we going to do this again?
I don't, well, what it is this meeting is really a replacement for the one that was canceled. I don't have the exact date. It must have been April or so that you were supposed to meet. So this is making up for that. And you do need to meet 4 times a year. So
Right.
I don't have all the dates in front of me, but offhand, I think that we would have to meet 2 more times. So therefore I was assuming we'd still do the August 20th and the November 19th. Even though August 20th is not that far away. And I can double check this, but I think if we don't do that, you won't have the required 4 meetings for the year. So I don't know if you have any other suggestions or anything, but that's where it stands.
Anyone from the board have a suggestion? I'm looking at the August 20th and 19th. I don't see a problem. Does anybody?
Yeah, because you only met on February 27th, that's right. And obviously there's today, which is the second one. So we do need to meet 2 more times. August 20th was, you know, and November 19th were the 2 dates that were out there. So I was thinking just keep dates if that's okay with you.
I mean, unless you move the August one to September, just because August 20 is so close.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm open for either.
Yeah.
Anything. So.
Richard, are you available still?
Well, I would make it, after the workshop might be nice, so maybe like the third week of September.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
That
good.
sounds good. Yeah, because we can review what happened at the workshop also.
Right. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, I can move that, so I'll let you know. Once I find a good date.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Karen. Richard, thank you for the input. So we're looking at the third week in September possible.
Yep.
Everyone's okay with that, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we'll be busy homeschooling.
We'll be getting,
Can I,
we'll be webinared out by that time.
can I change my email? What do I have to do to change the email address?
You can,
You could send it to Karen,
Okay,
I would believe.
I'll do that.
yeah, send it to me. Yep.
All right.
So, anything else?
Oh, I did have something. How did we make out with that? We had a case or a hearing that was coming up that had to be canceled because of COVID. Whatever happened with that?
I don't know, is Richard still here?
Could be. Richard, are you there?
We were,
Yeah,
remember,
I'm still here. I'm not sure. No one from legal is on right now. So
Yeah.
Okay,
we were supposed to
maybe
have,
Karen could just send an email after the meeting and question whether or not the legal division is still going forward with a hearing and CC Pam now.
that was supposed to be sometime in April. We were supposed to have a meeting about
Right.
some kind of formal
It was
hearing or something.
right,
They
the
haven't
formal hearing is
resumed-
right before the meeting.
They haven't resumed any of their formal hearing, as far as I know, any of their formal hearings, although they're working on it. I will definitely check with them and let you guys know, but I think they're working on moving forward with those.
Okay, well, if you get any information, Karen, I'm sure you'll give it out to us.
Okay, I will.
Well, I think that's it, folks. Do I get a
Ciao.
motion to adjourn? Yes,
Hang on a
Richard?
minute.
Yes, sir.
You gotta do comments or concerns of anybody present and then unmute Liz in case she has any comments or concerns.
Well, you made me do that twice, Richard, because in the beginning of the meeting I did it, and you said I skipped over it, and you made me go back to it.
Right, you gotta do it in the beginning and end of the meeting.
Oh, okay. I
It should be
apologize.
on your
good.
That was
agenda
an-
that way.
Where are you?
I'm all set.
Liz, just so you know, Richard, Liz wasn't muted. When you make, as far as I understand, when you make her a participant, if you
Oh.
see the mute, that's on her side.
Okay, I didn't know if you had to keep on unmuting her.
Yep, I can unmute myself, but I'm good. Nothing to say.
Right, right, that's why I moved her
Thanks, though.
participant. The board would want to check what's important to check, is checking the attendees. Right now, the attendees are the board members, but what the board needs to check in the future is under attendees, if there's somebody waving their hand to speak before the meeting closes.
Down along the bottom edge, right?
Well, I
And
have a
there's not-
comment and concern.
Uh-oh.
Richard, where are you?
That's my mom's place.
See, I needed one of those funky backdrops. That's what
Yeah. I was at my mom's house and I took a picture out with her window or out, by her house. And I thought, wow, that'd be nice for a background.
It looks
That's
awesome.
beautiful, that's beautiful Connecticut, that's for sure.
It's
Mhm.
Cornwall.
Karen, I'm sorry I cut you off, Karen.
No, that's all right.
So now, does everyone's no comments or concerns? Can I get a motion for adjournment?
I thought, Ed, you had something, no? You're good?
Oh,
No,
yes,
you-
I do have something, but I should ask Pamela, but I'm gonna ask Richard anyway. Richard, are they not in, legal or the investigative process? Are they not going out to jobs, checking on licenses and violations at all?
Well, during the past couple of weeks, they've been discussing procedures for them to continue to do such, because of the COVID. So it's being worked on because we have inspectors and investigators in all different occupations. We have the drug agents, we have the gaming people, we have the license inspectors and the mobile home park inspections and, all kinds of inspections. So they're working on what procedures they should follow and and, you know, social distancing requirements, etc. Maybe Leslie has more, I'm not sure, but they're working on it.
Okay, I was just curious. So again,
Sorry, Leslie here. So just, they are, what they're doing, what they've been doing is, to Richard's point, they are working on it, but they're also, when they receive complaints, you know, Pam reviews to determine whether or not they have, you know, it's something that warrants to send to some, you know, warrants sending someone out or not.
Okay.
And so a lot of times when they receive complaints, as I think one came from, there was a flat glass over the last few months complaint that they received, and they had whomever sent the complaint in, sent the complaint in with a lot of photos. So there was enough information there for Pam in their division to determine they didn't need to actually send someone on site. And so that's what they're doing. Whether it's, to Richard's point, whether it's the gaming division or it's liquor or it's OCPRO, if they receive complaints where they feel like they have to send someone out in the field and it's necessary, then they will. They have PPE, so it's not like they're not going out in the field if it's necessary. They're making determinations as to whether or not the complaints warrant someone being out there.
okay, now if it doesn't warrant someone going out there, do they build a file on that case so they can go back to it after the job has been done or the problem has happened?
I think it
Do you
depends
know
on
that?
I think it would depend on the scope of the complaint. Possibly,
Okay.
but not, it depends on the nature of the complaint.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So continuing on, can I get a motion for adjournment?
I can motion it.
Who's that,
John
Carl?
here.
John?
John.
Thank you, John. Second?
Looks like
Frank
Frank's
is-
seconding it there.
Frank's got it.
Frank, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you all for your patience on our first Zoom webinar.
Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording now.
Thank you.
Thank you.